pay-per-view. Yes, I know I'm 50 minutes late. It's okay. Everyone does it every now and again. But we're here. We're going to be in London, England, the O2 Arena. Hosting this event, we have 11 prelim fights, 9 championship fights, the biggest card we will ever have in a pay-per-view. Right here, right now, today/tonight, no matter somewhere where you are. Hopefully everyone is staying safe. And before I begin, I'm also having someone in my party right now. You can't hear him, but the Churro is here, and I'm going to insult the Churro real quick about his killer skills. You have to try in order to get better. You think I was so good at being a killer? I'm still not good at that good at being a killer. Try. Potentially. They can't. Okay, folks, so to start off the first bout in London, England, folks, it is going to be in the featherweight division, a showcase between Bruce Lee, who's 1-1, and Amir Khani. I'm sorry, I actually really struggled with that name. Amir Khani's 0-1, Bruce Lee was 1-1. Typically, we actually wouldn't have this fight, but because Bruce Lee wanted to be on the card, we got him a fight against the game opponent. Let's see how the man from Finland does against the legendary Bruce the Dragon Lee. Oh, nice little shot. Okay. But folks, oh, a nice little head kick already. Amir Khani struggling. This crowd in London can fight up for 20 straight mixed martial arts type fights, 9 championship fights, 11 prelim. We're gonna be crowning the baddest MF in the middleweight division right after this fight between Chael Sonnen and Nick Diaz. As you guys know, I posted the full card on Twitter, and I'm pumped up, folks. Oh! Nice little head kick. This has been a great showing from Bruce Lee, who has absolutely dominated so far in the first round. So happy Saturday, by the way. What is up, TY? Welcome. So this will be the last stream we have this week. We're going to be kicking things off on Monday with our Monday Night Raw stream. Just keep that in mind. It's like on the ground. Amir Khan is doing a lot better than Lee. Wait a minute. Amir Khan going for an armbar on Bruce Lee. Is Bruce Lee gonna tap in the first round? Here we go. This triangle armbar has been applied. That looks like a very uncomfortable position to be in. And Amir Khan has got it trapped. The arm is crushing the throat, literally. And he's gonna wrench on it. This is bad for Bruce the Dragon Lee. Bruce Lee taps. Bruce Lee taps out. And Amir Khan in a huge upset. Amir Khan taps out Bruce Lee. He's going 1-1. Bruce Lee going 1-2. What a shocker. You guys can't hear the churro, but that comment was meme-worthy. What a tap out. Wow, I'm shocked, folks. I really thought Bruce Lee had that one in the bag.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Mario Yamasaki is going to start this contest at 4 minutes, 19 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by...
As we make sure we get the official results in there. Marquand Amir Khani, holy world. Wow. I can't believe it, folks. I mean, he won. And if you're wondering why I'm so surprised, I mean, when the committee made the card for this, this was the fight I thought was gonna be an absolute just Bruce Lee's gonna win this one hands down, and then boom, submission in the first round. And Amir Khan is the guy who gets the W. So a big win, folks. What's up, Tim Joe? Welcome. Next up, we have the baddest MF in the middle of the middleweight division. That battle's gonna take on right here, right now. Chael Sonnen and Nick Diaz, both 1-3, but still some bad you know what. So here they're on the show at UFC 256. Said on Wednesday we should be having a UFC Underground episode. Depending on how many championships will need to be redefended and put back on the line for that episode. And for Underground, we'll probably stay in London. That way they can get some more fights in there for them. Hey, what is up, Wally? Welcome, welcome, my man. My main man. Look at this. So I think a lot of people in this fight had Chael Sonnen winning, and I don't blame them. But the real question for me was, last time we seen Chael Sonnen, he didn't win. So what's going through the mind of Chael Sonnen? You know, he's in this opportunity. Darn right, Wally. It's UFC, UFC, UFC. Nick Diaz actually did wind up winning his last fight. So you know, both guys here. And different types of mentalities. No, this is a big money fight for each of them. Wait a minute. A windshield choke already. Chael Sonnen maybe trying to tap out Nick Diaz. Just for I don't know while this windshield choke is in, and Nick Diaz maybe tapping out. Look at this. He's got to be done. He's got to be done. That choke is in tight. And the windshield choke is gonna force Nick Diaz to tap out. Chael Sonnen with a huge victory, the baddest MF in the middleweight division, folks. That is your winner right there.
Well, you can tell he has been working hard
wow.
on submissions in his training camp. That was a near perfect setup on that choke. Sunk it in deep, and the opponent had no choice.
That was a little forced to tap out.
And here we can see it again. That's how the official decision is now in. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Yeah, so what? I mean, that's again another quick stoppage. Quite frankly, I'm actually surprised. The baddest MF of the middle division, folks. Chael Sonnen gets the job done right here in London, England. I mean, hey, look, Chael Sonnen just proved a massive victory at the end. A big statement. He's now 2-3. Nick Diaz 1-4, but you know, Sonnen can try to easily find himself in 2 fights potentially in that welterweight ranking. So he's got to keep an eye on that. Next up, folks, is going to be in the lightweight division. The number 10 ranked lightweight Rustam Khabilov will take on an 0-0 Evan Dunham. This is a big fight for Khabilov. Khabilov does not want to lose his ranking here. Especially to a newcomer. That'd be embarrassing. If they touch gloves and they're off, okay. Pick your winners here, folks. Will it be the number 10 ranked Rustam Khabilov, or will it be the blue chip Evan Dunham? Dunham for the win. Okay, I like it. I like it. And we haven't seen Khabilov since, was it? I believe it was like UFC 255. So, it's been a little while since we've seen him.
Well, he got his head snapped back by that straight hand there, and he's shown a vulnerability tonight.
Lee lost. Yeah, Bruce Lee wound up losing to Amir Khan in an absolute shocker, might I add. That was... That was nuts.
Trying to pass here. Oh, he got cracked. Getting the ground and pound going pretty good here early.
Uh-oh.
Just over 3 minutes.
So his thing, this one, the Dunham kept trying to go over for this backseat position. He finally got it. Khabilov in trouble. Or maybe not, maybe not.
Trying to spin to the back. Good right hand.
That nasty show.
And Dizzy as he looks to improve position here.
Kalov's got to be careful with Dunham. Dunham's a very aggressive striker on the ground.
Oh, pretty good work here from the bottom, Joe, as he tags him with that.
Dunham's in control right now. Kavalov, I think he's been busted over the eye.
Well, not ideal to spend this much time on the bottom, but you can't fault him.
Said Kavalov doing a great job, and he's expending a lot of energy,
Nice work by Havilov.
trying to avoid all these nasty shots from Dunham.
Side control again.
Splits the guard, connects with
My, oh, my.
Joe.
Neither fighter's really doing anything. Into north-south again.
Dunham is just outpacing this man. It's showing.
Goes in north-south now. Let's see if he can hold it.
Kavalov, oh. I think Kavalov tried to use Dunham's own momentum and wait. Oh, wait a minute. He slipped in there. He slipped in the choke. This is not looking good for Kavalov. These have been some great fights, but here's the question: does he have enough time to hang in there? That is 20 seconds more of an absolute choke. I don't think Kavalov's got it. Evan Dunham's gonna make Kavalov tap. Rustam Kavalov was the number 10 ranked lightweight, and Evan Dunham may have just taken that away from him. Evan Dunham goes 1-0.
Nothing to leave the judges out of this one here tonight.
Kavalov was forced to tell us to check that one more time. He was forced. This rear naked choke from that position. He had nowhere to go. He couldn't even turn around, and Kavalov was forced to tap out.
Largely caused by a beautiful Bruce Buffer has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Ian Levine has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 45 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by tap out, Evan Dunham!
So there he is, your winner by way of submission. And how good
Well, congrats to Evan Dunham on winning the fight.
showcase. And that's a great example of doing just that. You see him sharing
Making that debut, going 1-0. Probably gonna have a ranking by his name because of it. Yeah, but the lightweight division is pretty stacked, so I'm not really sure. But
deep into the night after a submission win like this.
that is quite interesting. Very, very interesting. I might have to add to that. All right, next up, folks, is gonna be Magomed Shapiro versus Peralta in the flyweight division.
Coming up next.
It's the second flyweight bout we have of the night. And the interesting thing about this is that Magomed Shapiro, again being the number 10 ranked flyweight, faces an 0-0 Franco Peralta from Argentina. So there's a lot of
We are underway.
ranked 10 guys coming in tonight, and low key they're fighting. They're that gatekeeper into the top 10. So how many guys are really going to be able to keep their division? How many guys are going to be able to keep their ranking and stay alive?
Oh, beautiful. Beautiful kick to the body.
Because you beat a top 10 guy, 9 times out of 10, you're going to get their number, and they know that. So this is a scary situation for, again, another newcomer that has the chance to really dominate. And while you're going for Peralta, and I don't blame him, I mean, this young kid, he's a blue chipper prospect for Argentina, he's got some lightning quick hands, but he's going to be going against Magomed Shapiro, so let's see how Zabit really does.
Landed that punch flush. Oh, there's a takedown attempt.
It's funny because both guys try to go just for a takedown.
Try to establish that jab.
This is what I call more of a feeling out process.
Shot.
Finds his range with the jab.
Really missed with
So
that
both
right
guys are like pretty much counter strikers at this point.
We cross the midpoint in round one.
hand. You gotta be careful.
Also, when you see this many submissions already in the first round, you don't want to be that guy who loses by submission. So that could be one of the things we're seeing here. The fact that they don't want to be that embarrassed.
Really swung for the fences with that hook, but misses.
Well, he got cracked to the head there, Joe. He's going to have to change things up here with his footwork, with his tempo. He continues to be vulnerable to that strike coming back. Got to get his head off the center.
That was a nice little shot, but
Always trying to better his position.
didn't serve him too well. They're on the ground now. This is where a lot of fights have changed, and it's gone horrible for him. So let's see
Clean punch.
how bad this is going to get. When he gets on the ground, we've seen a lot of submissions.
Half guard.
A lot of guys started to walk into it and so on and so on.
That's a big shot right there. Excellent movement on the ground here. Constantly moving, constantly staying busy.
Oh, what's up, Herbert Levin?
And he's trying to pass.
Throws the left hand.
Oh, nice by Peralta. That's a good shot.
On reversal.
Oh, the back ball on the clinch. Okay. Oh. Oh, he's got the leg. Oh, no, he slipped out. That was like how many times have we seen a guy get slipped up by that leg and taken down for a heel hook?
Nice leg kick. Very nice. Big punch.
Oh, wow. Roundhouse, Joe. Made that look easy. That horn sound.
That is in a round number one and a solid round number one. I mean, let's be honest, that was pretty solid.
Round two here. All right, so here we go with round two. Good first round in the books. Both fighters had their moment. Again, I'm glad I'm
Oh.
right. A difficult round to score.
I think everyone felt that shot.
Taking the aggression here in round two.
If he didn't, I'd be surprised.
Well, Joe, he seems to have his opponent's timing down. He has landed some good shots, but nothing really in terms of multi-shot.
I wouldn't even say massive. I wouldn't say big. Those are massive shots. As Magomed Shapiro was doing with this offense, Peralta blocked most of that. So,
Maybe alter the tempo a little bit and try to make
you know, it hasn't done a lot of damage to him so far.
Well, he misses with the left punch hit.
And there he swung with his haymaker.
Oh, well, you can't
Whew.
out there unprotected. You got to figure out a way to get your ball.
Now that was a shot.
Lands to the head there. Let's see if
We have a shot like that. That right there is a true stinger. Nice little spinning back fist.
kicks here in this fight. Under 3 minutes now to go round two.
So this has been an odd round one. There's been a lot of misses more than they have strikes, but
So we have crossed the midpoint in this one. Well, he's really picked up the pace here in round two. Much more aggressive now here and starting to find himself in the pocket.
all right. Oh,
With the punch.
He's got double underhooks. Pummels out of double underhooks here.
Ooh, lands a nice punch there. Staying busy in the clinch here, Joe. Right on the button.
yeah. At this point in time,
Engages the Muay
I feel like this fight may actually go to a decision. I feel like these two guys are just too evenly matched.
Good work blocking the knee there, Joe.
And so these guys aren't going for submissions. These guys are basically just counteracting each other. That's how. Oh, well, when you have a shot like that, you may not need a decision, folks. That one was nuts.
very nice sweep.
That was a nasty shot to Peralta's face. And I'm honestly almost decked him. That spinning back fist just like whopped out so much blood.
He got tagged there.
Joe, pretty well played there to avoid the punch.
Now this Magomed Shapiro got caught.
He's got hurt here.
Tries a big hook to the head, but misses.
10 seconds now to go in the round.
Misses a huge hook to the head.
And that's the end of round number
All right, here we go. At the end of round number 2, that was a pretty good ending. I mean, the start of that second round was kind of a little bit of a snooze, but the ending with there was definitely worth the money.
His opponent was dazed and in big trouble when that round ended.
Well, most fighters can't keep up this type of aggression and pace, but you don't have to worry about this guy. He hasn't really showed any signs of slowing
Oh
down.
my, those nasty right hands. Hello, the chair. Welcome. Oh, what? Oh. I seen the Bruce Lee picture you sent. Oh my god.
Look at that, he's timing that jab.
Oh, well done to block that power kick to the body. And he connects there. Oh, shot to the body connects there. He hasn't really thrown too many body strikes in this fight, but now as
Those nasty right hands. Oh.
he is not discriminating, working the body, and those shots are going to count.
So both these guys just laying in the shots.
Just missed with the left there.
I said, folks, you guys can't hear the chirp, but he is there.
Oh, nice shot to the body. Very nice.
Well, straight right hand has been a good weapon for him. He misses with it there.
Hard one to the body.
You know, it's...
How about that shot?
I feel this fight's definitely going to decision. I hope it does. I mean, this has been such an even fight. I'm really curious to see who they would score this in favor of.
Let's see if he can switch up the footwork here, Joe.
Gosh, that was a nasty shot.
In on a double leg takedown here.
Nice double takedown.
Oh, we caught him with that right hand.
Wait, no, wait, look at this. Shapirov, Magomed Shapirov, the guillotine. With a lot of time left in the third round, Ken Franco Peralta, the young gun got caught. Magomed Shapirov. If he can just keep on the choke, the pressure's applied, and Peralta taps up Magomed Shapirov with the guillotine choke.
Set it up.
He keeps his ranking, goes 2-1. That man's got to be extremely happy about it, folks.
You could tell he's been working on his submission game. That was really a choke that was
In a time and point
deep, and his opponent
to where
if he didn't tap out, so he took the lesser of two evils, and he's
it was extremely close. Peralta goes 0-1, by the way. Magomed Shapirov 2-1 to the person who just made a comment. Give me 1 second while I update the rankings. Not the records. What's up, LP Inc.?
5 seconds of round number 3. By the winner by tap out due to a guillotine choke. Sami Magomed.
So there he is, your winner by way of submission, and candidly, Joe,
Welcome
I'm not sure this night
to the featherweight division is basically what Zabit Magomed Shapirov had just stated right there.
they're not going to keep quiet unless
Zabit Magomed Shapirov going 2-1. He'll probably, like I said, he'll probably get a boost because of that in the rankings at least.
tonight he gets the submission, and now
But congrats to the man. He really pulled it off, and I think a lot of people should be shocked about that.
what a moment for this oncoming fighter here tonight.
Next up, folks, is George Masvidal. He is also ranked 10 in the welterweight division. He'll be taking on Jordan Mean, making his debut.
Masvidal and Jordan Mean.
This should be another really good fight.
Well, here we are in
And they're about to square off Masvidal, Mean. Here we go.
England. Good to have you with us as we get underway. Opens with the left hand and lands flush.
No, Masvidal in the white trunks, Mean in the red. Now, last time we see Masvidal, he did take a beating, but he wanted another fight, and we kind of urged him not take one, but he still wanted one anyway. And Masvidal takes the fight here at UFC 256. That's to be interesting to see how he's going to react and everything. It's been a little while since he really. I mean, it looks like he recovered from all the bruises and scars, but definitely not at our discretion, of course.
Excellent exchange there.
No, that was a darn good exchange. I'm gonna lie. With that coach, a beautiful punch, bro. Beautiful punch.
Jab. Jabs off the left and jabs off the right.
Kick attempt. That'll work.
With that uppercut for him.
And what is up, dumb clunk?
Snapped off the jab nicely there.
Big punches.
Man, these guys are throwing back.
And these two guys, it seems like every time we see George Masvidal, folks, he is in a brawl. And I gotta say, I'm loving the fights this guy puts on. Always almost fight of the night candidates. And hopefully we have another slobber knocker on our hands.
And
Oh! That's a nasty elbow. Oh! Oh, the right hand. He's down. He stumbled. Masvidal. Look at this crowd. This crowd here at the O2 Arena in London, England are on their feet.
The left hook hits home.
That's what it's all about, folks. The insane action, that non-stop brawl.
hard straight punch.
I think we're in for another George Masvidal instant classic, folks. That's what we should be calling his fights. The man takes a beat and somehow finds a way to come back. I mean, mine came to fight tonight. That was a nice little overhand punch. Mine definitely felt that one. That right cheek of his is getting a little bit bruised up, if you will. A little bit swollen. What's up, Abby? Oh, nice little block. Shin block.
Nice job by the defense. Well, he's got a strong jab. Missed with it there, though, Joe.
Nice straight left and a right hand behind it. Oh, another
Oh, nice little uppercut. He got him getting on the chin. Oh wait, this is mine with a little counter punch. He got him again, right about the right underneath the jawline. Oh, Masvidal's down.
He tags him again.
Again, another good shot.
This fight is dangerously close to being stopped.
And what a round! All right, so there's the
That was one hell of a round.
both fighters got it locked on in it, knockdowns on both sides. You don't see that every day in the octagon.
And, I mean, that was an epic round number one. I mean, to think that they're going to go for 5 rounds, I'm not sure about that one. But,
Well, he's landed some excellent shots in
This could be it.
nice little good shot there.
Oh, very nice. Oh, he clipped him. He's definitely hurt.
Oh my, look at this. What a fight.
trying to establish that jab once again.
Facts. UFC all the way.
Leave that head open.
And folks, these are the fights that me and the matchmaking committee here, there's 3 of us who do this at this point, and we try to find the best fights in terms of just style, grappling, all that, all the ability. And you know, this, oh my god, what a shot right there. That was a straight, oh, it's over. Good. Oh my god, his leg, look at his leg, folks. Jesus Lord. Holy God. My god, Jorge Masvidal. Well, you called that one Jorge Masvidal. Just there, may have killed Jordan Meade's career and UFC 250. Look at this one more time. Boom. Good night. And look at the leg. It literally just snaps. It probably broke itself. I've never seen a leg snap almost like a 360 spin around.
Let's take a look at that again.
One more time. I mean, the whole leg, it disintegrates. It goes into the other leg.
Boom! Right on the button.
I mean, he literally just...
So there he is after a monumental knockout turned in here tonight. That is one they will be talking about for quite some time.
Wow.
Inside the octagon now where Bruce Buffer has
I mean, that right there is as shocking as it gets. I mean...
Kawasaki is going to stop for this contest at 1 minute, 48 seconds of round number 2. Declaring the winner by knockout.
We'd have to agree with Wally on that one.
game bred, ladies and gentlemen. What a career this guy has
George
had.
Masvidal
Once again tonight,
with a
he is far from finished. I think I need a game
shocking
plan.
victory.
He has got all the skills to become a champion. Jorge Masvidal.
Masvidal going 2-1. He increases his record 2-1. Jordan Meade going 0-1. But honestly, he went in there, took a fight on short notice because we didn't even think Masvidal was going to really take the fight. We thought he was joking with us. We still, campaigned for a 20-fight card, and then Masvidal comes up, beats mine, and then next up, folks, we have the number 9 ranked bantamweight, Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson, who is 7-6 with a record against Johnny Eduardo, who is 1-1.
Between Demetrius Johnson and Johnny Eduardo.
Yeah, that was a dark fight. That was just non-stop, straight up going at it, and George Masvidal probably going to win fight of the night for his prelim show.
Well, good to have you with us, and right on time, I might add, as we get underway here at the O2 Arena in London, England.
You can see a significant size disadvantage, but
Father at a Kung Fu Academy.
Demetrius Johnson has pulled out some insane victories
Oh, he connects the
as he's moved up to the bantamweight division. He's going to face guys like Johnny Edwards. It'll be interesting to see how can
One thing to keep an eye out for.
Johnson really hang in there.
Mighty Mouse Johnson are his takedowns. He is
Oh.
very fast on his feet, closes the distance extremely well.
Johnson, I
Fantastic takedown.
kind of going for Johnson, but you know, if he can have more shots like that, Johnny Eduardo can get dropped pretty quickly.
Oh, is that a good right hand?
Now he's got the Muay Thai
That's stopping on the foot.
Double
Go for the inside trip, maybe. Does he have the advantage? No. Wait, yes, he does.
lands a trip.
He landed a pretty good trip right there. I'm actually surprised at how good he landed that. I'm not sure if he tried to go for the guillotine Eduardo, but whatever it was countered.
You'd like to see that, Joe.
Said, folks, we're gonna be doing a live stream for W2K20's Raw. Just keep that in mind.
Positions here on the ground, staying busy. He's doing a great job of moving and transitioning.
Wait, it's Demetrius Johnson and arm. The Kimura been applied. This would be a little bit of an upset, but Demetrius Johnson, the Kimura lock on Johnny Eduardo. He's actually got it here.
He's got that pretty good. That's pretty tight.
Does Wally have that mystic prediction? I think Wally may have a mystic prediction here.
He might have to tap.
And Johnny Eduardo is gonna... I don't know if he broke the arm or if he just tapped, but Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson definitely gonna be climbing up in the rankings with a huge submission victory right here tonight.
There, Joe, to finish the submission. It's one
What is up, Rewind? Welcome, welcome.
It's another thing to close the show, and he certainly did that here tonight. That's a big one.
That is, that's nuts, folks. What a victory. And what a quick victory, too. That Kimura lock came in, and there was nowhere for Eduardo to go.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Yves Levine has called a stop to this contest. Now 2 minutes, 58 seconds of the very first round.
2 minutes and 58 seconds. My goodness.
Mission, Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson.
Yeah, that was a...
Here in this UFC flyweight division,
That was an epic call, Wally, and a huge victory for Demetrius Miles Johnson. Left him up in the rankings at 8 and 6.
what kind of fighter and what kind of championship effort is it going to take to dethrone the
That Demetrius Johnson should be subbing. Look at that, barely left with a scratch, folks. It's nuts.
On for DJ and Nat Human, rightfully so. Another big moment for that killer 1-2 punch here tonight.
Wow, that's honestly crazy. What a quick but interesting fight it was. Next up, folks, we have the heavyweights up in it. We have the number, if I'm not mistaken, if we can. Yep, we have the number 9 ranked heavyweight Alistair Overeem, who's 3-3, as he takes on the unranked Mirko Cro Cop. It is up next. I'm installing UFC 3 again. Yeah, I would too, honestly. UFC 3 is, they're supposed to be talking about UFC 4, and when the Gilbert Burns and Kamaru Usman welterweight championship fight is supposed to happen, so I'm really excited for that, thanks to the UFC Russia, who released that for the Abu Dhabi thing.
Vicious kicks. Keep an eye out for those.
We got 2 epic heavyweights. Overeem, of course, going to climb the rankings again. Mirko Cro Cop 1-1. As last time out, he won via decision. Of course, doesn't want that to be the case here, but you know, win is a win. However you get it.
Nice kick.
Overeem for the win. Yeah, you know, I don't know. I'm kind of wanting to go with the legend himself, Mirko Cro Cop.
His head is firmly on the center line, the one place it really can't afford to be. He's showing some vulnerability here.
But you never know with a guy like Alistair Overeem.
Let's see if he can make some adjustments here.
Very good defense on display here. Very good blocks.
That knee might have landed
So
there.
Mirko Cro Cop has some amazing defense when it comes to the clinch. And if you don't believe me, you're about to find out.
Just missed.
If you guys are wondering, yes, my office chair actually came in, so I have an actual chair that I live stream off of. It's really nice to be able to finally sit down. Again, at least. So both these heavyweights looking a little bit scared to engage. I'm actually surprised. I mean,
Nice left hand.
Overeem knows if he... I'd say you don't want to go into with a kickboxing legend, Alistair. Mirko Cro Cop will make you pay. Wait, you see that? We see it. Oh, he caught him. Whoa, that was slick. That was an amazing counter to slip the arm underneath the takedown. Mirko Cro Cop did not protect it. Alistair Overeem recognized it and quickly countered. And look at this, the guillotine choke. Mirko Cro Cop in trouble. Mirko Cro Cop could be tapping out. Is it going to be a tap out? And Alistair Overeem makes Cro Cop tap. Well, that is an upset. Wow. I do agree with you. Rewind. He does have a great kickboxing type of set, but when it comes to a guy like Mirko Cro Cop, who's won championships all over the world, kickboxing would have not been a smart thing. But Alistair Overeem was wisely able to be able to sneak in that arm underneath the chin and be able to just drag it like that and take all the air out. That's extremely smart and great IQ and pretty much takedown defensive awareness and submission awareness, of course. It's a little bit of jiu-jitsu for you.
3 minutes, 33 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by tap out, Alistair Overeem.
So it was quick, but it was slick.
All right, so a big win tonight for Alistair Overeem, sharing a moment now with his teammates.
That was a dope fight. It was quick, and I wish it lasted a little bit longer. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like when me and the match committee made that fight, I was extremely excited for it. But we'll know Alistair Overeem will definitely be going up in the ranking system. I'll have to put that out probably a few days from now. Probably after Wednesday, I'll release that because we have Underground for the championship rematch fights. But that was a dope fight. Alrighty. Yes, folks, if you haven't already, definitely hit that like button, subscribe to BBT if you have not already. But next up, folks, is going to be Kelvin Gastelum taking on Robert Whittaker. Remember, these are the prelims. We have 11 prelims in the 9 championship fights. And if you thought the prelim fights were huge, you ain't seen nothing yet. It's funny because Kelvin Gastelum is actually the number 10 rank middleweight at 4-4. Robert Whittaker 3-3 for us. Now, this is a big fight. Winner basically, if Whittaker wins, he's taking Gastelum's spot. If Gastelum wins, he gets to move up in the rankings. So this is a nice little Superman punch. That's how we get things started. Like I said, folks, this pay-per-view, UFC 256, for us, has 20 fights on it. And as I guarantee, this is going to be one of the most epic pay-per-views we ever have. I was not joking. Whittaker for the win. Yeah, I feel like Gastelum has something to prove, so I think Gastelum's going to come out and you know get that dub tonight. See, both guys now after taking a little bit of a beating, realizing to carefully be careful. Oh, look at that! Nice little shot.
Good inside leg kick.
Okay, I see you, Whittaker. I see you. Huh. I said both these guys are actually taking more of a patient stance while trying to keep distance while striking. And Whittaker tried to go in for a heavy shot and got rocked right in the bottom of his right eye. And you see it trying to swell up now. Oh, that's a little right overhand shot. That's a single leg takedown. I think Whittaker stopped it from him going to top mount.
Let's see if he can pass that half guard.
Well, you gotta be working off of your back. Certainly doing so.
Yeah, I actually was like, I think it was about time for Undertaker to retire. He's done more than enough for the wrestling world, you know. Yeah, Undertaker did officially retire. I think it was what, Monday or Friday, I think. Overall, it was a pretty dope set.
Strong bottom work here, staying busy.
Trying to pass here.
Nice hammer fist. Under a minute now to go on the round.
Good shot to the body.
Well, hard to win.
All right, so you know, overall,
But nice work here in that position by Robert Whittaker.
Uh-oh. I think Herb Dean's seen enough of no action there, and I don't blame him. Make him fight. See, I like what Whitaker did there. He basically faked the Superman punch to try to get Kelvin Gastelum second guessing, and it almost worked, but Gastelum kind of seen through it. He kind of did leave that right arm up to defend his face. Still make sure he could get a shot off if needed on Whitaker. Go Whitaker win. So both these guys are getting a little bit of a standoff. I guess trying to regain some energy. They're gonna fight. There we go. That was a nice little body shot. Oh. Again, both guys are slowly. I feel like the third round is gonna be where they really bring out all their stuff and go ham and.
Attempts a big hook to the head, but misses.
Both guys really throwing with authority.
So both guys aren't going, nuts so far. I kind of think it's smart. They don't want to make the mistake that Jordan Meine did, into where he played into George Masvidal's type of style, and it cost him. Actually knocked him out.
Excellent movement here on the ground.
Good defensive strategy here from Whitaker.
Side control. He's in half guard here.
I think Whitaker's trying to get into top mount. As Gastelum turns it around.
Kelvin on top now. He gets into full guard here.
Whitaker's lower jaw does not look good. I don't think it's broken, but starting
My
to show
goodness.
obvious signs of swelling. Well, he was a little bit lackluster in round one.
My, oh my.
Say the same here in
Oh,
the second round.
there goes the exchange. That's what we were waiting for.
Taking the aggression and the output and starting to find his range here in the pocket. Oh, that punch or count landed flush. Oh, he's got him hurt here.
That headshot definitely dazed. That uppercut left a rocking. Oh, another one of Whitaker. If Gastelum need to keep the pressure.
Really swung for the fences with that hook.
So he hasn't been able to recognize that uppercut, and if I'm Gastelum, I'm gonna keep going to it.
Nice leg kick there by Whitaker. The right hand.
UFC and late champion Chris Jericho at AEW.
Joey missed with that straight right.
Today's Saturday. I know UFC is live. Yeah, that's why I actually did my stream a little bit early today, because I guess I could watch the UFC stream or episode.
Third round underway.
Now starting off this round, you've got to
Oof.
look at the barrage that he endured in that last round is still affecting him. He's going to want to start this round off and move and avoid.
So we go into the third round of what's been a promising fight. We've seen a lot of high intense, but you see here, both guys keeping their distance. Oh, well, maybe not for long. Oh,
Look at this takedown. He's hurt badly.
after all that, I told you folks, the third round was going to be when these guys really went to war, and that's exactly what has happened. We're seeing a war on our hands.
He postures into place.
Postures up here and now going the body with that big strike. Nicely done by Gastelum.
That's a good shot from the bottom.
Oh, this Whitaker,
Gonna try to take
any
the
control?
break, I think.
If I was Whitaker, I would try to stay on right there. I thought that was the smarter thing to do.
Well, it's all pace and pressure down the stretch. He is really
This point down the stretch, I mean, 2 minutes and 45 seconds left.
continues to land with a high volume of strikes here. Not unlike the previous round.
And I said these middleweights have been. Oh, these middleweights have definitely been going at it.
He is not slowing
They've walked around the octagon quite a bit.
For the single leg.
Another good counter.
How about that shin?
I mean, we've seen fights where it was about to be over, late in the third round, going to submission, going to a knockout.
He's looking for that left hand.
Anything is possible.
Nice knee to the body.
That was a nasty knee to the body. It was a nasty shot to the body.
Just out of range with the straight left hand. Whitaker's lower jaw looking extremely swollen now.
A minute and basically 30 seconds left.
That jab now again. The fighter evades. He left his head open there, Joe, and he
So when it gets to that final minute, you see these guys really go all in.
let's see if he can switch up.
I would think, you know, you want to gain as many points as possible. You know, when you leave it up to the judges, it's really an unknown thing.
Stand and cheer, ladies and gentlemen. What a fight.
Now they're starting to miss a lot more. Whitaker got the one. I don't know. I mean, it's going to go to a decision definitely at this point, but it's going to be interesting to see just how the judges score this. I mean, to me, it's a very even fight, and I'd be okay with a draw.
Oh, and he eats a shot. Not much time left.
Whew.
He hurt him with that hook.
All right, so this one goes to a decision.
It's going to go to a decision. Honestly, I can't pick a winner, but if
Here is Bruce.
Gastelum for them, we got one for Gastelum, one for Whitaker. This is going to be interesting. See what the judges say.
9-28, 30-27, 29-28. Declaring the winner by unanimous
By unanimous decision,
Kelvin
Kelvin Gastelum gets the unanimous decision victory.
Well, Kelvin Gastelum is a problem, folks. What a
And you know, that man is going to be increased in ranking, and
speed and power this young man possesses.
Gastelum's going to be extremely proud. He just beat a former middleweight champion. Whitaker going 3-4. Not very good for his record so far, but Kelvin Gastelum going 5-4. You know, he's going to boost up in the rankings after a huge victory. I mean, granted it was by decision, but either way, well, it's still big. And like, everyone's like, I got it. I'm the GOAT. I'm the GOAT. Now, that was too close in my opinion. I'm surprised it was a landslide of that many points. This is going to be good. Ilir Latifi wanted to fight. He hadn't had a fight in a while, so he wanted a little bit of a tune-up. When he turns to go for those top contenders, those top 5 guys, he is he's ranked number 6 in the light heavyweight division, and he goes against Misha Kirkunov, who's 1-1. This is a little bit of a risky move, you know, for Latifi. If he loses to Kirkunov, he's obviously going to drop in ranking, but if he beats Kirkunov, it's a great tune-up for him. Yeah, well, but you were still close. You only lost by 5 points in that decision. It was judge number 2 with 30-27 that had a crazy score. That was a good takedown by Kirkunov.
Into full guard here.
Well, never mind, I thought Latifi was going to be able to turn it around.
Guard.
Pick your winners here, folks.
Big punch from the
We got one for Latifi, any for Kirkunov.
Well, he stayed pretty effective here, fighting off of his back. Nice strike landed there by the bottom by Latifi. Well, pretty
Oh my.
good off of the bottom here by Ilir Latifi. And dizzy as he looks to
You know, to be honest, Kirkunov is on top of him, but Latifi has had more, you know, control on the ground.
He's got one leg in between them, so he's in half guard here.
Yeah, that's the thing where I'm concerned about. But Kirkunov right now, the speed of Latifi, but Kirkunov has done a great job of keeping Latifi on the ground and playing in his game. Now, this is where Latifi needs to use that momentum, and he lets it go.
keeping busy here off of his back. Nice off.
So Kirkunov is exhausted. This is where Latifi has to quickly try to get into full guard.
You're staying busy from the bottom. 90 seconds and counting here in our opening round.
The longer this fight's in the ground, Latifi's in trouble. So you see him trying to go for that guillotine. Kirkunov has it scouted. He's not the average bear, you know.
Gets the elbow up into the target.
Nasty ground and pound elbows here.
That's what Latifi tried to go in. Kirkunov got too cocky, got too confident, and Misha Kirkunov, can he hang on for 40 more seconds in this submission? It's being wrenched in. Latifi.
This could be it.
Latifi taps. I mean, not Latifi. I mean, Kirkunov taps. I mean, Latifi had that choke in, and that was potentially the warm-up Latifi wanted.
Stuck in the submission and got the victory.
He's going 3-1. Kirkunov 1-2. Both of you guys were right on that one.
Pursuit of that submission much earlier in the round, but he didn't want to rush it, so he sets it up beautifully, lets it materialize almost organically, and ultimately gets
Yeah, it really does. I mean, he just
official decision.
he had nowhere to go. He just couldn't hang on anymore.
At 4 minutes, 35 seconds in the very first round. Declared the winner by tap out due to a guillotine choke.
Latifi.
Well, what a submission win for this.
Yeah, so that was quick. I mean, we have a lot of submission victories, and I can't wait to the championship fights.
Tonight, though,
You know, we have 9 of them.
the celebration after
Headlining that is Conor McGregor and Jose Aldo.
coming in here tonight, you see how happy his coaches are.
But, I mean, as Latifi and his group should be extremely proud. You know, he'll probably at least boost up by 1 in the rankings. Good on this guy. Next up is Shevchenko. Now, this is a fight I didn't understand why. Basically, what had happened here is we didn't realize that most of the Ronda Marcos was supposed to face Shevchenko. She wanted an extra fight. We were going to get her an extra fight, but then pulled out at last minute. We didn't really have an on-call replacement. Angela Hill at 1-0 stepped up to take on the number 2 ranked women's bantamweight, and Valentina Shevchenko. Shevchenko has a record of 8-3. Hill is 1-0. This is a massive opportunity for Angela Hill. Oh my God! But after that, this may be over quickly. As Hill just got absolutely rocked, and I mean rocked into oblivion. For Angela Hill, you've got to figure out a way to get. Oh, she did get out of it. Wow.
That one hurt.
So if Hill is to beat Shevchenko, I mean, Shevchenko's obviously going to go down a few rankings. Not too major, because it's just. But honestly, I'd be shocked.
That one. Left hook counter there yet again. Just missed with that huge kick.
Nice job to land the straight punch there. So you thought maybe she'd go for the takedown after catching the leg. Instead, decides to go back to her bread and butter, her straight.
You know, when you
Takedown attempt there.
Okay. Oh, again the spinning back fist. First it was the kick, now the back fist.
This could be it right here.
Shevchenko. I mean, look, Hill is making the mistakes. I mean, she took this on short notice, had only less than a week to train. Meanwhile, Shevchenko was prepared for someone else, but
Under 2 minutes to go in a back and forth.
honestly, just wow.
Big shots.
Look, that Hill caught her, but she needs to keep the aggression.
This fight is dangerously close to being stopped. Big straight punch.
Oh my.
How about that shin?
Hill for the win. I'm not sure. Well, I really, I don't know. I really believe Shevchenko's got this one. I mean, she proved dominance in this first round, and I got to give the first round to Shevchenko. I guess we'll have to wait and see how Hill does it in round number 2, because Yeah, I told you, well, you know, this is a pay-per-view that everyone wanted to see. You know, I told them if you blink, you'll miss it type of pay-per-view.
Slightly deflected.
Oh, man, that cut is getting worse for her, Joe. Pretty good jab.
But overall, I mean,
Yep, not a ton behind it, but
I'm just shocked at
so the horn sounds
the will of Angela Hill, because I thought she should have been knocked out twice.
from Shevchenko.
Huge knockdown and a big moment in that round.
Oh, huge block for her, Joe.
See the O2 Academy over here. It's hosting these amazing fights. Another spinning back fist catches Angela Hill. Gotta wonder how many of those can she take to eventually go sleepy weepy.
Nice leg kick.
We show you the total strikes. Constantly a moving target.
Oh. It's caught with that jab. That's counter striking at its best for you.
Well, there's the head kick and it lands. She has shown a vulnerability to it by leaning in, and that time it looked as if she almost moved right into her opponent's kicking range. Certainly something that bears watching here moving forward in this fight.
Oh my.
Clean as that jab by Shevchenko.
Oh my god! Holy mother of God! Wow! Wow! What an upset!
Victory.
Holy wow!
End the fight here tonight. She caught her opponent absolutely flush.
What in the world? That is knockout of the year.
That you can make the argument. As soon as she lifted
This one,
her foot
boom!
off, she landed.
Good night.
Good night. And indeed,
You want to talk about an upset? This is it. That is how you crack into the rankings. I can guarantee after a victory like that, Angela's definitely going to have a ranking by her number.
that is one they will be talking about.
Holy, you know what I want to say if this was not a PG channel.
As the official
Wow. Wow. Honestly, wow.
Round number 2. Declaring the winner by knockout, Angela Overkill Hill.
Well, the number 2 ranked fighter just lost to an unranked Angela Hill
inside that octagon, but she's looking to step
in her second fight ever here in the UFC. Angela is now 2-0 and is definitely deserving of that ranking after being the number 2 ranked fighter, Valentina Shevchenko, by knockout.
massive, high-profile opportunity next. Congratulations as the celebration continues following the big KO tonight.
Let's go on to the final fight of the prelims. That way we'll move on to the main card with all the championship fights. And is the number 5 ranked flyweight John the Magician Johnson, who is 6-6. As he'll take on the number 6 ranked flyweight Udrak Carter from France, who is 1-0. So after the shocker that was the kick heard around the world
One for the speedster John
from Angela Hill,
Fastest guy on the roster. And by the way, he's never been knocked out. This is a hard shin to find.
well, you're going for Udrak Carter from France. I don't blame him. I mean, the kid shows promise. He's already got a ranking under in just one fight here in the flyweight division. But let's, and I don't mean to take anything away from this fight, but let's just talk about what we just witnessed in the women's bantamweight division. I mean,
Punch coming, it's blocked.
like, you've got to
Big roundhouse.
be shocked. That right there, I think, should have put the whole world on notice. Like I said, not to take anything away from this fight, but the talk of the prelims is definitely going to be Angela Hill TKOing number 2 ranked Valentina Shevchenko. I'm stunned. I'm shocked, folks. I can't even believe right now.
Whiffs on the right hand.
Nice.
Body kick now by Dutz.
And he immediately, got that clinch again.
That knee might have landed there.
Look at this.
He's got the over-under now.
He's got the
So you guys are brawling. This is the last non-championship fight we're going to have of the evening. What in the world was that? Holy, what in the world? Udrak Carter with an armbar, and an armbar to John Dodson. This kid with the... what in the world was that? And an armbar that's going to make John Dodson tap out. Ujrak Carter goes 2-0. He's going to increase his standings in the flyweight division.
Got locked into that submission.
And what a tap out to end the prelims. Wow. Wow, I am literally on the jumping out of my seat for some of the most insane action we have just seen in the prelims of just non-stop phenomenal fights. I am shocked. To be honest, shocked.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Mario Yamasaki is going to stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 35 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by tap out,
Well, congrats to Ujrak Carter. Wally, you were right.
He told us during fight week that he needed to prioritize a finish here. Decisions were not going to be enough to take his...
And folks, we're about to head to those championship fights. We've got 9 more fights left, the championship rounds.
Celebration is on. There got to be few things in
But
all
Ujrak Carter, that boy should be celebrating after his first technically mini main event. Because you know the prelims. Let's see who's gonna get the awards for the prelims, folks, shall we?
this young man. Now that is all that is left to do.
I mean, the action we've seen in there was phenomenal. Let's look at who was performance night submission. It went to Amir Khan, and I gotta believe, yeah, he should get it. Let's see. We don't see fight of the night and performance of the night. KO goes to Angela Hill and Valentina Shevchenko. I have to agree. I mean, that was. How do you top that? If you're in the championship fight, you're like, you know, yeah, we'll get fight of the night bonus too for the main card, but when you see something like that, it is shocking. Now, folks, we are kicking things off. Yeah, thank you, Wally. I do try my hardest to put out the best storylines and things like that to this channel, and I'm glad you guys enjoy it. You know, that's what makes this fun. That's what makes me keep doing it, you know? So we have 9 championship fights. We're kicking things off here in the flyweight division with the flyweight championship.
All right, coming up next, a matchup
The
for the UFC
champion, Brandon Moreno, is going to take on the #1 ranked Alex King, the contender.
All right, here we go. The UFC
King 5-2, Moreno 5-1. This is going to be huge for both these guys.
opens with the left hand and lands flush.
The flyweight's going to be the opener here. For they were the close of the prelims, opener of the main card. Interesting when you think about it. Okay, seen top contenders really fight. You're going for Moreno for the win. That's interesting. I mean, I don't blame him for going for the champion to retain. You know, a lot of people said that Moreno was gonna have a short reign and Alex King was gonna be the man to take it. But when you have a punch like that, I have to disagree. You may be right, Wally.
Well done to block that powerful kick to the
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Oh, he left his head open there, Joe, and he got cracked with that jab. He was almost
So the rest of the fights here will be 5 rounds, if needed. If needed.
make the requisite adjustments. He landed that punch flush. Just missed with the left there.
Yeah, I said we were supposed to do this at 1, but we kind of forgot. So I kind of forgot the timing. So we're here, but we're here now. And honestly, I'm kind of glad. I mean, when you have action and fights like this, it's something truly phenomenal, and
Jab there by Brandon Moreno.
it's been nothing short of spectacular here at UFC 256.
Really swung for the fences with that hook. But misses.
Next week we actually won't have a live stream for UFC. We'll be doing UFC Underground, which is basically just the championship rematches if there are any. If not, then we'll have an actual content episode still of Underground that'll be done outside of the O2.
And he gets hit with an outside leg kick.
Looking to avoid that
Oh.
left hand.
So I think a lot of people
Almost hits him.
on the main card, of course, are looking forward to McGregor and Aldo, but I think the sleeper, and that is going to be Dan Severn and Francis Ngannou. Severn has talks about retirement. We don't know just yet. Severn did say he may have a fight or 2 left in him to really keep going, so we may be looking at him to crown a new heavyweight champion soon, if that is the case.
Oh, well done to block that powerful kick to the body. Just
What is up, Flauderman? How's it going? Welcome to the channel.
Glance to the body there.
Welcome, welcome. You're just in time for the Flyweight Championship being put on the line between the champion Brandon Moreno and the challenger Alex King. And what a shot to the face. King with a bloody nose already.
10 seconds to go.
Will he be able to hang on as we go to round number 2?
Second round underway.
These guys aren't touching gloves. A lot of bad blood here. Champion and challenger.
Where you're just wondering what's the opponent going to be able to do to him. Not even whether or not he's going to win, but what's his opponent going to be able to do to him.
This is actually drinking my Gatorade here. What is the flavor of this one? I have no idea. I can't see that. Wow, I'm blind.
Total strikes.
But anyway, both these guys, I think, starting to realize, you know, if we keep going at this pace, we're not going to last very long. And for the challenger, oh! He literally leaned in with everything out with that haymaker.
He's got hurt here.
I don't know if I said what's up, John, to you.
Oh!
Attempts a big
So you hear Moreno's coach just telling him to be a little bit more aggressive on there.
How about that shin?
You know, King looking to become the king of the flyweights.
He blocked the shot there, Joe.
Holy, nice little counter. Nice little bob and weave. Now, we've seen Moreno's fights typically always go to the 3rd and 4th round. Unless he ends up in a first round knockout, that's about it. But,
First round, he has found the rhythm and found his strike.
oh my.
Scary proposition for the opponent now.
Both guys looking really messed up.
Ooh, that's a powerful body kick right there.
Oh, nice little head kick. So, you know, when you put that much damage and a lot of pressure like that,
Punished by that head.
it's definitely going to drain you, but also it's going to do so much on your opponent. You know, the mental fatigue, the exhaustion's going to kick in.
Good defense there.
It's going to be crazy.
Well, he's playing with fire here, Joe. He continues to be vulnerable to that jab by almost leaning into it right into his opponent's range. Gotta find a way to move those feet and ultimately get that head.
This King is bleeding, and that is a bloody chest, too. This is not looking good for him. They may want to check if he can still see from his eye. Looks pretty banged up. It looks a little bit swollen, too.
Oh, a huge block there. Effective punch there by Brandon Moreno.
Tries a big hook to the head, but misses.
All right, let's see. So the action here has been very sporadic, and it comes in high impact places like this. Nice takedown.
Oh, man.
You know that Brandon Moreno has no problem going to submissions, a guillotine choke. Is Brandon Moreno about to punch his ticket in?
That choke looks locked up tight.
There are 8, 7, 6. Can Alex King hang on? Can King hang on? King gets saved by the horn. King may have tapped down that second round. We're going to the 3rd round of this flyweight title. I thought he was going to tap, but Alex King realized he was in no man's land, was almost about to be forced to tap out. Brandon Moreno thought he had an extra second.
Left off for the last round.
All there's needed is an extra 1 or 2 seconds.
Big trouble when that round ended.
And that fight,
Bunches in bunches.
more than likely, would have been over.
Maybe something slowing down here tonight. I'm not sure how much more his opponent can take. Left punch followed by a right. Nice 1-2 there by Moreno.
Well, these fights are really putting on a show.
Tag him with that right hand.
Get to the 3rd round.
Strikes.
You know, Moreno's one of those guys who will try to drain you. He really will try to drain your energy. You know, he'll be very calm, collective. Will let that clock run out. He doesn't really care what the fans think, and he'll do that.
That would appear to stun him.
But Moreno just got rocked.
Nice leg kick.
Oh, he might be out.
Oh, big kick.
Nice little head kick.
There's a nice inside leg kick.
Oh my.
3 minutes. Trying to establish that jab once again. Well, he is really starting to apply a lot of pressure here down the stretch. Not as much offense earlier in the fight. He is making up for lost time now.
See, you guys, Moreno's been bleeding all over. I mean, whether it's his blood or King's blood, you know, we have, oh my God! Whoa! New champion! But damn, what a kick!
Yeah, Joe, that one is going to be hard to top when it comes to handing out performance bonuses.
Wow!
A huge kick
That's one. Boom! Moreno's whole world was just shattered.
full extension, and you knew if he connected with that weapon at one point in this fight.
Boom!
The end of the night for his opponent. Mission accomplished right there.
Here we see it again.
One more time, please. Boom!
Wow.
All right, let's go inside the octagon where Bruce Buffer has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Yves Levine has put a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 46 seconds of the third round. Declaring the winner by knockout and new UFC champion of the world.
Congrats to Alex King on becoming the new UFC flyweight champion of the world, and that's how we kick off the main card with the championship fights. Alex King, the number one, well, former number one contender, now the main man.
Just thought we would see. New champion here tonight. The
Look at that, folks.
is out. There is a new sheriff in town in this division. And
That is crazy. I mean, that kick I think was unexpected, especially in that third round, to where King almost tapped out in the second. Literally, if he had one more second, it would have been over. And literally, he was saved by the horn, and you know that's going to haunt Moreno. Next up, folks, we have the welterweight championship on line, the champion Mickey Gall,
coming up next, it is a welterweight title fight.
who is 4-1, takes on the 5-2 Darren Till.
The Gorilla Till. All right, here we go.
It's a champion and challenger.
Chip is up for grabs right now.
Interesting, you know, Mickey Gall more of a stand-up, straight shooter type of fighter. He's not really one for submissions. Him and Darren Till are going to go at it. This may not be a long-lasting fight. These two guys are going to fight.
They have started this fight off with a brawl.
Kind of sitting in the standoff position.
This is a bit of
You
a
hear
battle
coaches telling them to go for that low kick to the leg. Both fighters unwilling to fight, if you will.
Oh, he got cracked with the jab there, Joe, and his head is firmly on the center line, the one place it really can't afford to be. He's showing some vulnerability here by leaning right into his opponent's range. Let's see if he can make some adjustments here.
Oh, what a shot! And Mickey Gall is, you know, looking forward. He believes he is the main man of this nice little takedown. Mickey Gall reaching to go for those shots. Hello, the churro.
He's trying to pry his way out of this half guard now.
You did. You missed a lot of it, and you missed two epic knockouts, where one girl named Angela Hill obliterated the face of Valentina Shevchenko. I would try to rewind back to like the prelims, to like 50 minutes ish. Gotta go watch that one. But it was Mickey Gall going for the arm triangle, and then right after that, there was one in the flyweights that was nuts.
Arm to the side, wrapping his arms around his opponent's neck, secure the arm in position with his
Oh my.
neck.
So that's the arm triangle. Mickey Gall puts Darren Till to sleep. Mickey Gall retains the welterweight championship. Wow.
He got choked.
Mickey Gall barely breaking a sweat tonight with a submission victory.
Toughness, right, to not tap out. Ultimately, he chooses to go to sleep, but offensively, near perfect execution on that submission. Beautiful transitions, clearly loose with his hips and everything he did.
Darren Till, well, I mean,
Technique.
he can go 5-3. Of course, he's going to drop in rankings. You know, you lost your championship fight, but
And we go inside
Mickey
the
Gall,
octagon. Bruce Buffer has your official decision.
big W.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Yves Levine's going to stop this contest at 3 minutes, 7 seconds of the very first round. For the winner by submission. And still, the undisputed UFC welterweight champion of the world, Mickey Gall.
Congrats to Mickey Gall on winning the fight and retaining his welterweight championship, as we're going to go on to the next fight of the night. Just like that, folks, Mickey Gall having an easy night for him.
Celebrating and embracing. This was a tough fight for them. It was a difficult training camp, a most worthy #1 contender, and finally
And Mickey Gall should be celebrating. So far we've seen one champion retain, one new champion. It's crazy, folks. It's nuts.
what a moment for the king at 170 pounds.
All right, next up, folks, we have Tito Ortiz defending his light heavyweight title against the Iceman Chuck Liddell. Now, I know a lot of people were shocked. Chuck Liddell knocked out John Jones to get this opportunity and leaped over him in a way, kind of leapfrogged, and it also kind of sent... Chuck Liddell was already ranked #1, but a lot of people were, especially in the fight committee, wanted to give it to John Jones. I didn't see it that way. We had a little bit of a disagreement, so we had #1 and #2
And lands flush.
fight it out. And that's exactly what happened. And Chuck Liddell, who I rightfully picked, by the way, thought deserved that opportunity, now has that opportunity as he knocked out John Jones. Now he's going against one of his best friends. And my goodness, that was quick.
He's got hurt here. The champ is rocked. He's in big trouble here. We could be seeing a new champion.
Are we looking at another new champion tonight?
Huge shot there, lands flush.
Oh, okay.
Nice punch by the Hall of Famer, the Iceman Chuck Liddell. Level change there.
That's a nice little takedown. Now, Tito Ortiz made a beat Volkan Oezdemir, basically blew him down in the trenches right there. In that same exact position, if he can get it going, Chuck Liddell could be in trouble.
And Dizzy as he looks to improve position here.
He transitions to the north-south.
Oh, wait. Tito Ortiz, the north-south choke to the Iceman, Chuck Liddell. Is Chuck Liddell going to be forced to go to sleep or tap out? Can Chuck Liddell hang on? Will Tito Ortiz retain the light heavyweight championship of the world? This north-south choke is in, and the Iceman Chuck Liddell goes to sleep, and Tito Ortiz is still the light heavyweight champion. Making quick work for Tito Ortiz, the only champion to defend his belt twice successfully
Jiu-jitsu there, and I know going into this fight, he felt like he was
so far in this series.
perfect with his grappling and his transitions to force a tap, and he did one better here tonight. He forced the neck, so great technique to get the finish, and ultimately he is your winner by way of submission.
Let's see it one more time. Got the arm in deep under the neck, locked in tight.
Tito Ortiz getting to that 8-3 record. Chuck Liddell going 6-3. Still a great record for Chuck.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Mallory Yamasaki is going to stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 34 seconds of the very first round. For the winner by submission, and still the undisputed UFC light heavyweight champion of the world.
Got Tito Ortiz. He's very confident. Congrats to Tito Ortiz on retaining his UFC light heavyweight championship.
At 205 pounds,
I mean,
adds to that
the man just keeps getting the job done.
UFC light heavyweight champion by virtue of that submission victory here
Now,
tonight.
the real question is,
Division made it look relatively easy, and as such, gets to celebrate another victory
what
with
happens
his
next? I mean, the light heavyweight division is low-key stacked.
UFC light heavyweight champion of the world.
All right, next up, folks, we're going to go to the bantamweight division. It's that time, as we're about to see the bantamweight champion, the 13-4 Aljamain Sterling, take on the #1 ranked bantamweight Joe Soto, who's 5-1. Both two submission specialists. It's going to be an interesting one. You know, Sterling lost the belt at the last pay-per-view, won it back at Underground, didn't have to face Rich Roll again, but now he's got Joe Soto. You definitely don't want to be a champion that can win, but never on the big stage. At least retain, of course. Both guys are already very cautious, not trying to make that mistake.
Leg kick here, just out of
Now, I'm telling you that all it's going to take is one takedown. If not, one wrong move in the clinch. And that's literally all it's going to take, folks. Now, both these guys very wisely reconsidering a lot of their plans. Like, who's going to make that mistake? See, both guys not wanting to make that first engagement. Because they know how much is on the line here tonight.
And just inches away from landing.
It's more of a standoff now. Oh, that was a nice shot. So, like I said, you gotta respect the caution, of course, taken by the champion, and the challenger also has done his homework, So this is gonna be interesting. Oh, nice little shot. The real question is, do they want to keep it on the ground? Do you want to keep it on the stand-up? That's the real question. Because, Aljamain Sterling can really pull up anything from out of nowhere. We've seen it happen already. That's how he's able to regain his championship. So it's been more of just a stare-off in this first round than anything else. Again, there's that resilience to engage. Oh my.
Misses with the jab there. Seconds to go. 20 seconds to go in round one. Seconds to go in the round. Second round, straight ahead.
After a semi-lackluster first round, let's see if the second round in the bantamweight division is a little bit more exciting.
First round in the books, both fighters had their moment. Again, I'm glad I'm not a judge, right? A difficult round to score. We will see, though, Joe, if there's an uptick in the aggression here in round two.
Tags him. This is a huge hook to the head.
Let me show you the total strikes.
All right, let's try again. The action eventually going to ensue. He caught Soto. Oh, Soto's down. Soto's down. There we go. Some action. Now this crowd's really into this fight. I think we're back to stem it. Oh.
Throw the same technique over and over and over again.
Oh, a nice inside leg kick landed there by Sterling.
And Soto definitely learned the hard way about that one punch he had. He
Minutes now to go round two.
was absolutely decked by it. But you said the bantamweights, most fighters already, by this second round, have lost a lot of chunk of their energy, and both guys refusing to do all that.
But missed.
It's like they're waiting for those later rounds to see if, if this guy's really going to show up, then I got to be on my game. Oh.
Well, he's really picked up the pace here in round two. Much more aggressive now here and starting to find himself in the pocket.
And I feel like Sterling, of course, obviously needs to win to, retain his title, but this is a fight Sterling needs to win decisively and not allowed to go to the judges to really cement his reign as champion. Especially after the blunder that he had last time.
90 seconds out to go in the round.
A lot of people thought he was saved with that second chance opportunity.
Oh, spinning back fist lands.
Yeah, it's free. It's like he's cheating. He's got rocks in his gloves.
I said both guys again stalemating a lot because you know there's that fear of not wanting to be knocked out, not wanting to be tapped out. It's a championship fight.
45 seconds remaining in the round.
Alrighty. 30 seconds left in round number 2. Both guys kind of barely breaking a sweat. You know, we've seen one knockdown so far.
He's looking for that.
So because of that, I'd have to give round number 2 to Sterling.
10 seconds to go. All right, round 3 coming up next. Well, he showed off his powerful striking there with a knockdown. Great round from Sterling.
Yeah, that knockdown should have won him the round. It was a big moment in the fight.
Well, he continues to land a high number of strikes here, just like he did in the previous round. This is a world-class
Okay.
display of
Yeah, you know, this is a world-class display of striking. I do agree. But bottom line is, if it goes to the ground, if they don't keep it on the stand-up, someone's tapping out. Both guys have way too good submission pedigrees to be on the stand-up for so long. For 25 minutes, no.
Nice left hook to the body. He really turned that over well.
hand speed, man. Straight right hand, no good.
Get big Dan Murray to the referee.
Oh, he lands another strike to the body here. He's really starting to connect, Joe, on a lot of these strikes to the midsection.
Absolutely.
Check out that spinning back fist actually got kicked over. Again, another little bit of a stare down here. It's been an odd stare down. I have no idea what that guy just said.
Switches to southpaw.
This is what we call more cautious fighting. Oh.
Well, this is exactly the sense of urgency you're looking for.
Wait, that was the mistake we were talking about. That was the exact mistake I was talking about, folks. Is who's gonna catch who and going for a takedown, and Aljamain Sterling, the Kimura, and Joe Soto forced the tap on Aljamain Sterling. It's still the bantamweight champion.
He set it up.
That's what we were talking about, folks. That's what Aljamain Sterling was focused on. Was Joe Soto going for a takedown, then trying to get that submission? Look at this. The execution of jiu-jitsu on Aljamain Sterling's part, the high IQ, forcing and catching that Kimura, and having Joe Soto forced to be tapped out. A mistake that I'm pretty sure Joe Soto will never make again.
Is in. Here is the veteran voice, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Dan Miragliotta's call a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 41 seconds of the third round. Declaring the winner by tap out. And still the undisputed UFC bantamweight champion of the world, Aljamain Huntmaster Sterling.
Congrats to Aljamain Sterling on retaining
Smiles the
the UFC Bantamweight Championship here tonight.
way he goes out after
London, England, loving Aljamain Sterling, the Funkmaster, put on a show tonight.
all that's left to do is to
Hey, you know, slow and steady wins the race, and patience was a virtue for Aljamain Sterling. He didn't, you know, allow Soto, who went slower than normal, to get under the skin. He kept it to his style, and it worked for Aljamain Sterling. Congrats to him on retaining the belt. Next up, folks, is for the lightweight championship.
championship fight at 155 pounds between the Motown Phenom.
The Motown Phenom Kevin Lee takes on Gilbert Burns. And it's funny, Gilbert Burns is actually the only fighter who is ranked number 2 actually getting a title opportunity. So, you know, congrats to Gilbert Burns. You obviously had to put on a big showcase to get to that point. But can Gilbert Burns make good of this opportunity?
Timely defense there. Huge block for him. Immediately shoots.
Does Kevin Lee try to go for a takedown? Wait a minute. Gilbert Burns caught him. Gilbert Burns caught the champion. Kevin Lee, the Motown Phenom, right to the new lightweight champion. Kevin Lee could be tapping out. Wait, no. No, Kevin Lee was able to get out of that. That was slick. That was smooth. Kevin Lee just realized how quickly his championship, his title run could have flashed right before his eyes.
Lands a punch there, Joe.
Now here's the real question. What is next after Kevin Lee realizing he could have made a grave mistake? Now, can Gilbert Burns just call it the arm, use the momentum, and he does that indeed.
And he reverses position.
Wait a minute. Kevin Lee, the champion, I'm trying to put in a triangle choke. Submissions galore in this match.
What he wants to do is
Will the triangle choke tap out the number 2 ranked contender here? Gilbert Burns in trouble with this triangle choke. Kevin Lee to retain.
throw his
Gilbert Burns taps out. Gilbert Burns taps out. Kevin Lee is still the lightweight champion. The Motown Phenom retained after almost being tapped out.
for the victory.
Well, yeah, Joe, you could tell he's been working on his submission game. That was really a choke that was set up perfectly. He got it sunk in deep, and his opponent was going to go to sleep if he didn't tap out, so...
Gilbert Burns going 4-2. Kevin Lee, hello to 7-2.
More time. Beautiful technique.
We now go to Bruce Buffer. He has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes of the very first round. Declaring the winner by tap out due to a triangle choke. And still, the undisputed UFC lightweight champion.
Wow. That was a smooth and fast-paced fight. Congrats to the Motown Phenom Kevin Lee on retaining the lightweight championship.
Difficult belts to defend, but he certainly did just that.
The kid's killing it, folks. I mean, I'm shocked.
Lightweight champion, your winner by submission, and now all that's left to do is to celebrate with the corner. Big finish and a big result here tonight.
All right, next up, folks. After almost every champion as far as retained, except for Moreno, who was knocked out abruptly. Well, here you go, folks. Next up, it is going to be the middleweight championship line. The champion, Yoel Romero, is 10-5, takes on the 7-3 number 1 ranked contender, Derek Brunson.
Championship fight between Yoel Romero and Derek Brunson.
I think actually Romero's fight was the one that went a full 5 rounds last time. So let's see if Romero's have to pull out another 5-round, instant classic again tonight.
Beautiful jab.
Oh my, that was nice. So this, yeah, these two guys may actually go full throttle.
To set up the straight left, but he missed.
Derek Brunson, Yoel Romero. A lot of people said that the heavyweight fight is a sleeper. Dan Severn, the heavyweight champion, taking on Francis Ngannou. Now, Dan Severn didn't specify if he's got one more fight after this or if this is his final fight. We'll know after the pay-per-view.
Well, he eats a punch to the
And I'll be sure to bring that up on UFC Underground on Wednesday, the content video that you guys are getting.
straight into that punch.
Nice inside leg kick.
Just, keep that in mind. Nice takedown. We've seen submissions have kind of dominated so far. So if you're Yoel Romero, how do you avoid the submission game? And how do you try to potentially put on submission on Brunson? Or do you go what you do and just ground and pound and take control for 5 rounds? So that's the real question.
3 minutes now to go in the round. And he switches his stance yet again.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful right hand.
Me drinking my little Gatorade to make sure I stay hydrated and fueled.
Yeah, here he goes again.
Okay, good little defense mechanism there, Mr. Brunson.
Oh, huge block.
Yeah, this middle division is another great stack division. You got guys who are so good, like Michael Bisping, you would think, oh, Brunson, stay on him.
The champ is in deep danger.
Those head kicks there have been making stars.
His title.
And Yoel Romero just freaking got rocked by that shot.
Lands an outside leg kick of his own. Try to establish that jab.
Oh,
Yeah, this
Now, head kick of his own from Yoel Romero.
yeah, right here.
A guy who hits like a tank.
The Olympic silver medalist Romero gets caught with that punch. Don't be afraid to get that head off the center line. Double underhooks in the clinch.
Going for a good inside trip.
To get the takedown here in the clinch. All right, hammer fist here by Romero.
Excellent.
Honestly, with the way that round number 1 went,
Constantly staying busy.
so far, I might have to give it to Brunson.
Bottom. He's got to
Because Brunson had a huge knockdown.
Excellent movement on the ground here, always trying to better his position.
Go to the final seconds of round number 1. Yeah, round number 1, I think just because of the knockdown alone, I have to give to Derek Brunson.
He got a huge knockdown, a great round from Brunson.
Huge knockdown and a big moment.
Nice Superman punch.
Ooh, well-placed kick.
These two guys just exchanging like madmen. I'm loving it.
Swing and a miss with that straight left hand.
Caught him with a punch.
Blocks the shot.
He's doing an excellent job of mixing up his strikes here.
Lands a punch. We show you. Wow!
Oh!
He's hurt.
That uppercut that just wrecked Yoel Romero.
How about that shin?
Oh man, they are winging at each other. Hard hook.
Huge block there.
Beautiful body shot there too.
Oh, and that was a nice little takedown.
And now
Correction, takedown defense, my bad. Nice little spinning back fist. I'm telling you, these two guys, someone's getting knocked out tonight. I can feel it. Someone else is getting knocked out. The one we saw to kick off the show is not just it.
here in round 2, definitely picking up the pace after round 1. So we got the best.
These guys are fighting to knock each other out.
Now he is taking control.
This is not technical anymore. This is just pure on brutality.
Double underhooks here. Brilliant job of
If he gets the back, then maybe it's actually over for Derek Brunson. Because Yoel Romero's done a great job. Oh, he's lucky. I thought he was trying to do from the back rear naked choke type style.
he lands a huge elbow to the head. Excellent movement.
That Brunson trying to use the arm. Can he move? Yep, use the momentum. He does.
Reversal and into full guard.
Oh, nice strike landed there by Romero.
Let's now Romero in a back seam position.
Oh, he gets reversed.
Now Romero's back on top in this top mount.
Working from full mount again. Lands a good shot from the bottom. Excellent movement.
Look at this. You see Brunson trying to use the hips. Use his own momentum.
Did a very nice sweep here and wound up in guard.
Wait a minute, Romero.
Here, Joe.
He's got a guillotine applied. Derek Brunson got caught in the guillotine.
He's got the guillotine locked.
Is it over for Derek Brunson?
He might get a finish here.
And it really might just be a finish.
Just be a matter of time.
And it's over. It is over.
Look easy.
Yoel Romero
Sunk in the submission and got the victory.
just left the octagon.
Stop at nothing to leave the judges out of this one here tonight. He was focused on getting the win and getting it by submission. And you saw
The guillotine choke was enough.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Dan Luglia has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 22 seconds of round number 2. Declaring the winner by tap out and still the undisputed
Yeah, Romero 11-5. Derek Brunson 7-4.
champion of the world, Yoel
I mean, congrats to Yoel Romero on retaining the UFC Middleweight Championship here tonight. And look at this crowd in London, man. They have been treated to some of the best action in the world. And on the biggest pay-per-view with the biggest fight card, we still have 3 more fights to go.
the extent to
Of
which
course, them being 3 championship fights. Next up is the baddest man on the planet's battle up.
here at one point in time. This is a huge win for the man who entered as the undisputed best and leaves that way too.
Alrighty. We've got Dan Severn taking on Francis Ngannou. Dan Severn 5-0. Francis Ngannou 7-1. Number 1 ranked heavyweight.
Of the world between Dan Severn and Francis Ngannou.
You ready? Fight. There we go. Dan Severn. A lot of people were hoping that
The Predator gets caught with that punch.
Dan Severn believes that a fight with Francis Ngannou is all he needs to be even more immortalized, and I can't blame him. I mean, this is a big fight for both men.
Again, going back to the jab just out of range. That's a good strike there by Ngannou.
So now let's see how this is gonna go.
Well, he keeps going back to the well with that left.
Look at that! Look at that single leg takedown. Are we ready to be in for it to be game over?
He's back in half guard now.
Dan Severn, the champ, the Kimura to Francis Ngannou. It could be all over.
Inside control, and what he wants to do is he wants to pin that hand down, slide his hand under his opponent's arm, securing the double wrist lock position.
Wait, no, it's not over. It's not over. Ngannou found a way out of it, but he's not gonna be able to find a way out of this until that's when Dan Severn. If it stays on the ground, it's all over. And if he gets a really good choke, I think he's finished. If you're Dan Severn, the ground and pound is where this man will dominate. And guys learned that the hard way.
Trying to take the back here. Full guard.
If you're in Ngannou, what do you do
Like he's trying to turn
to beat a guy who is a complete submission specialist that can dominate? And you know, like, there's no real proper way to train for a guy like Dan Severn. That's the reason why he's the heavyweight champion of the world.
awesome control.
Now, an armbar, I think this is over for Ngannou. This armbar here,
He's got the arm here.
yeah, you can tell. Look at it.
Looks like he's got that arm bar locked in tight. Look at this though. Oh, this is not good.
and he gets out of it. What? He got out of it? Ngannou, I don't know how Ngannou is getting out of these submissions. I'm shocked. Ngannou's got to be drained. I mean, the guy has been getting hammered here in the first round.
Look at this. Nicely done. Into side control. Now this is what he should have done earlier.
If Ngannou can take this onslaught for 35 more seconds, I honestly, folks, am going to be highly surprised. I mean, I didn't think this fight was going to go past the first round.
He's back into side control here.
This 14. 10 more seconds left. Will we potentially see a knockout tap out from Dan Severn? Ngannou somehow survived one round. That's more than I think almost everybody survived with Dan Severn.
The intricacies of the ground game, but neither guy seemed willing to take a chance when it went there, which makes for a very stale, very unexciting matchup.
Oh.
Joe, nice head movement there. Slip that right hand. Oh!
Good shots by the champion.
So I don't think Dan Severn really wants to keep this on the stand-up with Ngannou. If he's smart, he goes back to the ground to where he dominated. Ngannou was just trying to survive.
Ngannou gets caught by the inside leg.
Ngannou's getting absolutely decimated.
What a jab. Big straight punch.
Well, he misses with the left punch there. Oh, gets the single leg takedown. Pretty good velocity on that one.
This is interesting. I mean,
3 minutes now to go in round two.
as we've gotten word from the manager of Dan Severn, this is technically his last heavyweight championship fight. He wants one more fight against Daniel Cormier, as we've been told. Thank you, Joe Rogan. And we'll get back to more on that in a few seconds. We got a Kimura lock in here. Ngannou, I think Ngannou's tapping. He's done a great job of getting out of the first round. I think his run is going to end.
Getting tighter.
And Francis Ngannou going to be forced to tap out. As he taps out as Dan Severn is still the baddest man on the planet.
Beautiful technique setting it up and a beautiful job.
Yes, as we were saying, as I was stating, he does want one more fight. He is relinquishing the heavyweight title after this.
Close the show, and he certainly did that here tonight. That's a big one.
And says he wants his last fight to be against Daniel Cormier. I have agreed to make the match for fight night.
Perfectly applied for the tap.
So
Inside the octagon to Bruce Buffer.
after tonight, Dan Severn will no longer be the heavyweight champion of the world, and we'll have to figure out what we're going to do for that.
Declaring the winner by tap out.
Yay. But it's good to know Dan Severn's gonna have one more fight, at least on fight night. So that's good to know, of course.
Now with another highlight for the real.
Sad to know Dan Severn is retiring because he's got one more fight in him. He relinquished the heavyweight title.
With his corner after
I guess me and the matchmaking committee will see what we're gonna do with the heavyweight division. No champion after tonight. So yeah,
winner by submission tonight.
it's gonna be a big one. DC takes on Dan Severn. This is his final fight. Alright, but anyway, folks, we have two more fights for you left. The Women's Bantamweight Championship, the Undisputed Women's Bantamweight Championship. The champion Ronda Rousey, who's 9-5, will take on number 1 Killian Nicole O'Kay, which is 9-3. Now, the funny thing you might ask is we just seen Ronda Rousey at Extreme Rules this week, as she lost to Lacey Evans, one of the most brutal female women's Extreme Rules match we've ever seen. But let's see, is Ronda Rousey recovered completely? And can she retain the women's bantamweight title here tonight?
That's again the experience. Oh, 1-2.
So are we looking at and new, or will we have and still? We're about to find out, folks.
Straight punch.
So both girls landing right out of the chute.
Both fighters a little hesitant here. Oh!
That was a massive kick upside the head.
Tries for a low single.
Well, she left her body
Yeah, you would think Holkevich, who's been the contender for quite a while. I mean,
placed and landed into the body.
yeah, after we've seen Shevchenko, you know, get rocked, it's
Absorbing any more kicks to the body.
it's been weird in the women's bantamweight division. It's been shocking so far, and I will have to believe this is going to be the exact same. But I mean, for an absolute instant classic, you know, you got Ronda Rousey and the number 1 ranked contender, Killian Holkevich. So, big fights.
Just over 3 minutes now to go in round one. Connects there with the punch.
Oh, we've hit over 100-minute mark. Will you look at that, folks?
Oh, here's a kick to the body. Blocked though by Rousey. Clinch now.
That Rousey's going to go for a takedown. You see her desperate to go for that takedown, but Killian Holkevich did her homework.
Went back to the well with that hook to the body. Instead, it's blocked by Rousey.
Go for the inside trip. No.
There, but Kovacevic sniffed it out.
For Holkevich, oh, never mind.
There.
If you're Holkevich, can actually get out of this. Right now, when you're on the ground, you're kind of at the mercy, if you will, of Ronda Rousey.
On top, look at that pass.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, the triangle armbar.
Submission. Yes, she
This could be it for Killian Holkevich. If she can avoid,
is very close here.
if she can try to, she can still has a little bit of room to get out of this, but she's got to be really smarter. Killian Holkevich does not want to be tapping out to Ronda Rousey. Holkevich, her arm's gonna break. Her arm's gonna break. Jeez, my God, her arm may be broken.
Beautiful technique in winning this
But the
fight.
baddest woman on the planet, Ronda Rousey, she may have been unsuccessful in capturing the SmackDown Women's Championship, but she is still your women's bantamweight title here in the UFC.
And ultimately gets the submission finish there by armbar. Huge
The number 1 ranked fighter contender and the number 2 both lost in the same night on the same card. That's crazy.
And here it is again. Absolutely.
That is nuts. One to an unranked fighter and the other one to the champ. But what an insane look! The arm is basically snapped. It's basically broken at that point.
Bruce Buffer has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Yves Levine has called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 36 seconds.
9-4 goes Killian Holkevich. 10-5 Ronda Rousey. Well, congrats to Ronda Rousey on
Win here tonight. She remains the UFC Women's
on retaining her women's bantamweight championship tonight. She is still the champion of the UFC, rocking and rolling. Probably in a lot of pain since from, you know, Extreme Rules and now the pay-per-view, but
And the celebration
Two-sport athlete, folks. And we still have one more championship fight, the main event, McGregor versus Aldo. And by the way, folks, we have only had one title change. That was the opening fight of the main card of the pay-per-view. That was the flyweight division. It's nuts. But next up, folks, the main event, the featherweight championships on line. The champion Conor McGregor takes on the #1 ranked Jose Aldo. Aldo is actually 8-4. McGregor 18-2. Crowd chanting away. I said we were in London, England, folks. This is huge for both guys, of course. I mean, Aldo got lucky. It was Max Holloway who wound up losing to, oh my god, I don't remember. It was someone who was very lowly ranked, and when he dropped, the guy he beat pushed up, I believe, to #2, and Aldo pushed up to 1. So Aldo got lucky. Aldo was not expecting this championship fight, and he actually luckily got it. And you know, Aldo wants to make good on it. So you know, like I said, that guy who wasn't supposed to be fighting was originally supposed to be Max Holloway. Holloway wanted one more fight before to see if he was really ready for a guy like Conor McGregor. And then, you know, boom, out of nowhere, you get rocked. So you want to talk about shocking? That is as shocking as it gets. It gets no more intensely crazy than that right there, folks. Yeah, folks, we've had one of the most wildest nights, one of the most insane fight cards. Every fight here tonight has been nothing short of spectacular. And then the main event between two just big money fighters, big money fights, big money guys. This has been an absolute treat. And UFC Underground, we're either going to have only one fight on Underground for Wednesday or two. I really don't know at the moment. But it will definitely be interesting to figure out how this is going to... What's going to happen? Will we have two fights or one? The UFC Underground will be Wednesday, by the way.
He's doing a great job of blocking things here.
Though if UFC Underground is going to have 1 or 2 fights, I might put a Dead by Daylight stream for Wednesday. So that way, both WWE... Yeah, that actually might work. My guess to this, McGregor already rocked. Oh, McGregor could be rocked. Aldo's now rocked. What a first round, folks.
And now he's got the tie clinch.
Excellent takedown defense by Conor.
Knee to the body. Now this lower jaw now, Joe, starting to show some signs of swelling.
Aldo's body is showing signs of like giving up.
So both fighters here continuing to try to get a more dominant position.
Honestly, for that round, I don't even know who you give it to. It was such a piston fire type of fight. You got another evenly fought round. Going to round number 2. Referee, I believe this is Herb Dean.
That last round was absolutely insane. Both guys got rocked. If they continue at that pace, someone's going to sleep in this round.
It's funny because McGregor went for the Aldo, I believe, went for the kick, and Aldo almost fell. Well, he fell. This crowd, they're going nuts right now for Conor McGregor. They're going nuts for the featherweight champion of the world.
See the total strikes.
Well, down goes McGregor. Down goes McGregor. He's stumbling. He's rocked. Oh, it's down again. Now the Superman punch right now. That's not looking good for Conor.
Clearly in big trouble here. Oh, he tagged him. He tagged him with the right hand.
This is not looking good for the featherweight champion of the world. It's been absolutely rocked.
Very nice.
Lands a strike there.
Although it's definitely caught the better of the champion in round number 2.
For that highlight reel KO with that front kick. Well, he's really starting to land a high number of strikes here in the second round. No denying that he is taking.
He took it for the Superman punch. Connor caught him.
Dangerously close to being stopped.
Oh, and he just keeps on coming with these shots to the liver, looking to buckle him once again. Buckled him earlier in the fight, and the fighter is still open to damage there. As he
My goodness, what a fight.
that sensitive area.
This is like George Masvidal type-esque fighting right now.
Excellent head.
Good night, my God, what an uppercut! Wow!
Accurate uppercut that got him the win.
Well, we got 2 fights at Underground, folks.
And that's probably
You heard it here.
as he's had in the UFC. Just a perfect shot to end the fight. Crowd absolutely loving it. Flush land to close out his opponent. I'm not even sure the other fighter saw it.
My
Big knockout
God.
here tonight on the biggest of stages.
Like, boom, like he went down.
Great angle here.
Mercado 18-3, Aldo 9-4.
And he's out.
So there is the UFC featherweight champion getting it done with style points tonight by way of knockout. Very
I mean,
impressive
but
championship
damn.
performance here tonight.
My goodness, sorry about that, folks.
At 3 minutes, 33 seconds, round number 2.
They have talked for so long, my voice is like, stop. Congrats to Jose Aldo on becoming the featherweight champion of the world. 2 new champs tonight. Both men will have to defend it at Underground. What's up, Sins Clapsman? Welcome, welcome. And folks, we have the recap of the show to see who gets the awards for the main card tonight. 20 fights happened. We gotta get fight of the night, performance of the night, KO, performance of the night submission. Let's see what it's all about. Only 2 new champs. That's crazy, folks. Hey, felt that the Sin Claps, man. I feel you, bro. Let's see. Performance of the night KO went to Aldo. I have to agree. Fight of the night went to Severn and Ngannou. I highly disagree. I thought fight of the night should have went to Moreno and King. They had a phenomenal outing. And performance of the night submission went to Lee and Burns. I'd actually have to agree with that one because Lee almost got tapped out to come back and tap him out. Can I have money? I wish I had money to give, man. But that being said, everybody, please do leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe to BVTV. We'll see you next time, everybody. Stay off the hook. Remember, next Wednesday is going to be the uploaded video for UFC Underground. Don't want to miss it, folks. Better be there. See you then. Stay off the hook.